Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It is Thursday, so you know it's time for Money Talks with Mitchell Consulting. I am Lauren King Darden, and I am here to talk to you about all things business and all things business finance. So, today I am coming to you from New Jersey. What's up, Jersey? I am visiting with the parentals and my bonus children and my husband. So, we're having a really cool week with the grandparents or step grandparents or bonus grandparents, whatever, however you like to call it. We're having a good time. But I still wanted to come to you guys this week and talk about, what we're supposed to be talking about. So, what are you talking about this week? Also, let me rewind. If you have any questions, please put them in our comments or in our DMs, and we would love to answer them as they come. So, okay, now we're going to move on. So, this week, what are we talking about? We're going to talk about leveraging technology for your business. So, yes, I know this is not directly tied to your finances, but it is because everything is. So let's get into it. Okay. So, technology can be daunting, I know, but it can be like the best thing ever because it can give you a ton of time back. It can help you make things more efficient. It can bring things to your attention more quickly. It can help you reach out to your customers, but there is a balance to things that so that you are leveraging um, technology for the best interest of your business, not spending a ton of money because it can go to the other side. Okay. So let's kind of talk about that. Like, how do you best do that? So I would say the first thing you need to do is assess your situation, right? Like, let's take a step back and look at our processes and look at the things that you're doing manually. What are you doing that is either somewhat menial, taking a lot of time? Oh, I got a message about it. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, I'm muted. Okay. Let me figure that out. Uh, Audio. Test, test, test. Yikes. Oh, okay. It looks like things are working over here. Ciao. Can you hear? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so what was I talking about, y'all? Okay, assessment. Okay, so first I want you to assess what's going on in your business. Figure out what you're doing that is manual. Figure out what you're doing that is tedious, things that are somewhat menial that you can be taken on by someone else. So these are the things that are maybe not as technical. Reaching out to clients, emailing people, keeping up with your prospects. Um, is it reminding your clients of something that they have to do over and over again? Is it sending discount or sale emails? Like, just think about all those things that you do in your business, assess it, and figure out, like, am I doing this manually? Can this be done do I want to delegate this? Is this something that's taking up more time than it needs to and it's not really like adding revenue? Like, these are certain things that may actually be able to be automated or taken over by technology. And you just have to really find the right pieces and put that puzzle together for yourself. So I can't tell you exactly what to do for your business because I don't know what you need, but you do. So the first thing you want to do is assess that, right? So once you're done assessing, what I would say is figure out the places where there is some duplication also, right? So I'm trying to think of a good example of this. Let's say that you're reaching out to someone or you're doing something for someone, but your teammate is also doing that. Like, are there ways, I guess what I'm saying is to put that all together and have it done together at one time. So these are things that technology can step in and help with. And I don't know if I explained that well, but y'all know what I'm saying. Assess where you are, figure out what you need to get, what you may need to automate. Then you're going to take a look at what's available to you, because one, we know that resources can be finite, but we don't have an abundance mindset, but we need to work within our budget. So a good thing that you should do is try to see what technology you can use and like what levels you want to use it at. So determine the amount of money that you have to invest in this, because that's a crucial step to ensuring that you're not like overpaying for things or more creating issues for yourself, basically, right? Because you want to put technology in your business, but you don't want to be paying for things that you may not need. Sometimes you can get a technology or some sort of software and you can pay for the absolute best that they have to offer, but you don't need all of that. So it's, again, figuring out what you need and figuring out where the technology can really fill in those gaps, but also like, what do you really actually need? You don't always need the best. You may need the middle version. You may need the starter version, or maybe you want a trial. So trial all those things out. Okay, we got to the assessment. Let's just talk about some of our favorite technologies and how you can put it into your business. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm slightly flustered because I was trying to figure out that sound thing. So I like lost my whole train of thought. But let's just get into the fun part, which is talking about some of the apps that we love and what you can use for your business and how it can fix the things that you're maybe duplicating. Like, try to make things as efficient as possible. Let's leverage this technology. And I'm going to start with AI, right? Let's talk about chat, because everybody loves Chat GPT. You can use it for so many things, and we use it for a ton of things also. There's also Gemini from Google, and I think there was, there's a couple others, but I'm going to talk about chat because that's my fave. So Chat GPT has, helped us with so much stuff thus far, but what you can do is use it to create efficiencies in communication. If you have questions, and now there is an app called Digits where you are able to kind of lay it over your financials and ask questions, right? So these are the tools that we're using in the accounting space. And I just want to introduce it to you guys. So if you have any questions about that, go to Digits. But there are so much amazing things you can do with AI. It is something that you need to take advantage of now. And there are a lot of questions of like, oh, is AI going to replace us? Is AI going to, is it good? Is it bad? Is it, is it accurate? These are all great questions. But what I would say is use it to the best of your ability. Realize that it is going to be, realize that AI needs to be double checked. It is not going to be checking for accuracy on your behalf. And if you'd like to use it, I would say to, again, make sure you edit, make sure you check for accuracy, and just make sure that you're not putting proprietary information into the system, because it will be used for its learning. I think there are ways that you can turn off the learning, but it uses what you put into the system to help make the system better. So there's no way to guarantee that whatever you put into Chat GPT will be protected. So just remember that. But, I have used it to say, hey, Chat, help me with these social media captions. That's something that I struggle with. Help me to write improve this amazing email that I've already written. And how can I make it sound better or sound, those are very simple ways to use it. But you can also ask it some questions like, hey, how do I streamline this process in my business? Use the information that from, the process, what is it? Use PMP knowledge from the internet and help me make the best process, right? Like project management. And then it'll give you that. And then what you want to do is take that information, vet it, use it, but it's just saving so much time. So try to use ChatGPT to your advantage anytime you can, okay? Other things I would say, like if you're using bookkeeping, we use QuickBooks, right? So there are so many amazing tools in QuickBooks to help you to do easier things for your business. For us, we like to run reports and give you information in real time. We're the bookkeepers. We have the expertise to ensure that the information is right, but using the reports and the other tools in QuickBooks will help you to get that information in real time so you can make quick decisions when you need to. It's very efficient, and it's so much better than trying to pull things into Excel. Doing your books in Excel, while I understand Excel is a great tool, it's not going to give you the same accuracy and the same speed as something like a QuickBooks Xero or even a Wave app, which is free. So do that. If you're thinking about timekeeping, these are things that are imperative to your business that will help you to understand how to charge or understand like how to make things more efficient. How long should it take me to do certain things? We love things like Toggl, which is Toggl. We use Harvest, Clockify. These are systems that give you amazing reporting so that you can see what you're working on, what your team is working on, and how long it's taking you to do specific things. So as you are growing your business, kind of laying the groundwork to figure out how to do things efficiently, you really need to understand how long it takes you to do that. You need to be able to instruct your team on how long it takes them to do it. So these different technologies, filling in the gaps to help you do those little things, will really bring things to the next level. There are also a ton of email marketing tools, Kajabi, there is Brevo, things like back in the day, there was Constant Contact, but there have been so many changes to that where you can automate your emails, you can make things quickly, you can make them beautiful, you can create sequences that go to people so that you can nurture them over time. A lot of times when we're getting things from those sales emails for me, it's like Fashion Nova or like Fenty Beauty. Those are sequences because I went to a page and I looked at something and they're like, hey, we saw you looking, and then it sends a sequence. So like setting up those automations can help your business to be leveraged, and it'll work behind the scenes when you're not even there. So when you set those things up, it gets you to the next level. Let's talk about some other things. I want to talk about CRMs, and then we're going to wrap it up. So the client relationship management systems. These are so important. And it kind of goes hand in hand with your email marketing. It goes hand in hand with many things. But when you're interacting with people, you're talking about your business, you meet them online, you meet them in person, you want to remember these people and you want them to get an equal experience of you and an understanding of your business. And using the client relationship management system or CRM will help you to keep track of who you're meeting, but also allow you to create workflows and emails and touch points that will allow them to experience you and your business or your product in the same way each time. So each person is getting a great understanding of who you are. So I love infusing things like 17 Hats or Dubsado is something that we use now. Also, I think, don't give me the line. I'm just go with those two, but there are a ton others. I want to say like Monday or HubSpot are other items that you can use. And these tools are specifically there to help you to manage the people that you're interacting with, but also ensuring that they get the information that you want them to get. And once they sign on, you can send them proposals, you can collect payments, you can schedule meetings, and then you can ultimately give them contracts. Like you can do a ton of stuff with these systems, and it's all in one place, and you're able to see it all together, and you can always see like what where people are in that process, and you can just manage the people. And that's super important for businesses to keep track of the people you're meeting, because people are what drive what we do. We're trying to meet the right people to give the services that we want to give, and so that we can help to improve whatever, improve their lives with what services we give them. So it's really important to track that. And I, love these systems, but I do want to say there are a ton of systems. There are things that you should explore and figure out how to, again, plug in these holes or gaps that may be in your business. But try to do so in an orderly fashion. You want to avoid duplicating things. Something you can do very easily with these systems is create duplication. A lot of these systems do the same thing. And so if you have one doing this thing and one doing another, really look to ensure that they're not doing the same thing, because you can just waste a ton of money. Ensure that the system that you get is worth having. And again, like I said earlier, ensure that you're not getting something more of what you need. Like, you may use a small part of a huge system and you don't need that huge system. Maybe you can find another software that does just that small part, and then another one that does another small part, and that's going to work for you. And then as you start to grow and scale, then you can kind of upgrade to those systems that are more expensive when the time is right. And it's all about just managing that. Do your research. But technology can be a game changer for you. So lean into that, y'all. Don't be afraid of it. Go for it, because you got this. So if you have any other questions, I would love to answer them. Please put them in the chat or DM us your questions. We would love to hear about it. And we will talk to you next week, y'all. I'm going to go ahead over here and wrangle these kids. We're going to have a good time. So I hope you enjoy your weekend as well. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.